G'day guys, welcome and thanks for watching Fishing Adventures Hawke's Bay. In this video I want to show you the rig that I used when surf casting. It's called the Pulley Rig and it looks like this. Now this rig gives you a little bit more control over your cast by keeping the bait and the lead, everything together, and also gives you a little bit more distance when casting as well. So if you want to get out just that little bit further into deeper water and hopefully to where the bigger fish are holding, then this is the rig you need. And hopefully after watching this video you'd be able to make this rig yourself. You can buy these rigs pre-made from the tackle store, but it does cost you a lot of money in the end. So if you can make this rig yourself, it's fairly easy to make. You'd save yourself a little bit of money too. Here's the parts you would need for this rig. You would need 2 hooks. I normally have a bigger hook for the front and a smaller hook for the back. You'd need a float, 2 beads, 3 swivels, then your bait clip. This is an IMP or imp clip, and then you would need a lead. I use a sand grabber lead. You would need some leader line material, a piece of braid. Now I use the braid to do the second snell for a sliding snell on this rig, and then you would need a straw of some sort. Now this is just the refill of a pen. First thing I do is I attach a swivel to the imp clip. So this is just for when I'm attaching the leader line, that I don't attach it straight to the clip but actually to the swivel. Then we attach the leader line to the swivel. I do this by using a uni knot. I leave myself about 400 to 500 millimeters of line to work with. Insert the first bead, a swivel, the second bead, and then finally attach the last swivel to the end. And snip off the tag end. Right, that's the first part of the rig done. Now all you need to do is attach your sinker to the imp clip, and that's that done. So next part would be attaching the hooks. For this rig I use a double snelled rig, a snelled hook. So the front hook would be a bigger size hook and the back hook a smaller one, and this back hook would be adjustable to suit the size of bait that you're using. So first of all I put in the smaller hook to the back, then I put the front hook on, and I leave myself enough tag end to work with. I put the straw on there, and then I make 10 wraps around the shank of the hook. By holding the line in place with my finger, I just stick this end back in through the straw and pull it out the other side and pull tight. And that's the first snell completed. Now we just clip off the tag end And we slide up the second hook into place. Try and keep that as close to the end. When you're wrapping it, doesn't make it too hard. Then we put the braid in through the eye of the hook. Also then leaving yourself enough tagging to work with. Put the straw on and do 10 wraps. Securing in place with your finger and sticking it through the straw and pulling it out the other side, and then pull tight. Make sure you try and keep all those loops nice and parallel to each other. And pull it tight. You want to have this nice and tight so that this top hook doesn't slide up and down the hook really easy, but you will still be able to slide it when applying pressure. And that's your slide snell rig. So next part, we will be hooking this onto the bait clip and then measuring the line out to the top of the swivel and cutting it off there. The hook part of the rig should be shorter than what the sinker part is, so you can get that swivel action. So when you have this exactly the same length and you make the knot on that side, that will shorten this piece just enough. The next part, we're putting in the float. Now the float will help just to keep your bait up in the water column when you're fishing. Just keep it off the bottom. And then the last, we attach the hooks to the swivel. So this swivel in between the two beads, that will attach to your main line going back to your reel. Your hook will attach to with your bait on will attach to your clip. And when you cast and the sinker hits the water, the bait clip releases and your bait will be sitting up in the water column. When the fish strikes, it'll pull up the sinker, or when you strike and you're fighting the fish, you'll pull up the sinker all the way to the top and you'll be fighting the fish on the other end. Another thing you can do to keep the float from going up the line is just when you have it secured in place, you just stick a toothpick in there and break the toothpick off, and that will keep the float right above the bait. And it's also adjustable, so you would be able to slide it up and down as you adjust the hooks for the bait size. If you've missed this video, then click on this link. And if you've missed that video, then click on that link. Click on the logo below to become part of my family.